Hi everyone, welcome to this tutorial. Now this tutorial is probably going to be the most useful one you'll ever use and probably ever need. Now there is a possibility that having this tutorial will cause problems in the future, but for the most part I don't think this trick will actually be prevented. So let's get started. The main objective of this tutorial is to teach you how to find information about a class that you're going to be taking. Some of the benefits of doing this is to find out what the class syllabus will be, what to expect in the class, is there any materials like a practice exam or the actual exam from last year that's up online. Now, it's really important that you're very ambitious and always constantly checking up on these websites because these websites become impossible to view the following year or after the quarter ends. So let's get started so you can see exactly what I'm trying to talk about. So first things first, let's go to EEE, and you type in eee.uci.edu, and everyone should be familiar with this interface. Click Secure Sign In. Now, what I want to do is, let's say in fall 2009, I'm going to change to quarter. I have a class that I'm interested in. Now, the class I'm going to hunt down is not going to be on this list, primarily because I don't require one, and there's a class that might be more particularly beneficial to new students. So let's say I am hunting down a class called Biosci 93. So that's a common class that a lot of bio majors will take their first year or their first fall quarter. Um, so let's figure out in fall 2009 who's going to be teaching the class, or who the teachers will be. Now this information isn't always available early on. It might take some time for this information to be made available, but when it is, it's usually beneficial. First thing you want to do is look up the professors teaching the class. You'll notice that there's a few lectures: Lecture A, Lecture B, Lecture C, D, and so forth. And so you have a few teachers. You have someone named O'Dode and Warrior, and Buscaglio and Wood. Now, you might be thinking, so what? What's the information useful for? So what I want to do is, I want to assume that maybe these people have taught the class a previous year, and maybe they have information about the class already that I can look at before I actually take the course. So what you want to do is, first, obviously, go to ratemyprofessor.com. This is probably the most important quick step, is figuring out a little bit of information about the teacher. So here's Diana Dode, who was teaching that class, and there's student comments here. Now it's up to you to determine whether or not you find the information useful or not, but the fact that there's almost 18 pages of comments means this is pretty good to get a feel for the actual classes she teaches, or how the course will go. And it's up to you to use that information. Now, here's the catch. So the objective now is I want to find information on this class. So I'm going to go to my EEE, and it's fall 2000. I'm going to go to class websites, and I'm going to click on biological sciences, and to my luck, she has not put a website up, and there's no information. Fine, that's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to fall 2008. Even though you're a student that came in this year, this information should still be open to you. So click on fall 2008. Now what will happen is you will see all the class websites in biological sciences from last year, and click change quarter. Now what you want to do is you want to find Biosci 93 up here on this side, and look for a lecture. Okay, so here's the trick. Here's sort of the catch. You'll notice that a lot of these are discussions. A lot of these classes, these large lectures, have discussion leaders, and discussions are held by graduate students, and they have their own websites. And you'll notice, and you'll see them here. Now, here's what you want to do. So here's O5200 Biosci 93 Lecture A. this is the class you taught last year, and we're going to click website. And here we run into an obstacle. It says class website password, and I don't know the password and it will not go through. And this is sort of the thing that might hinder you and might stop you from being able to gain more information about a class if they password protect it. Now, don't worry, it's perfectly fine. You will be okay. Not a big problem at all. Now, the next thing you want to do is, if that is a situation, you want to look at these discussions. Now, these discussions happen to have a website, and in these websites, they're being updated by the graduate students of this class, and they may have a syllabus for the course. So here's the lecture, and here's a discussion, and this person has a website. I'm going to right-click and open new link. So this is Odode's class, and this is the teacher assistant, Scott Stevenson, and they actually have files and assignments listed here. They even have what is this, lecture scheduled for the class, an updated syllabus, midterm exam worksheet. So that's useful. Now let's go back and try out another TA. Okay, this is person's Miss Pomperoy. So again, you may be lucky. They might have more information. They may not. So here's another person. Let's see if there's any useful information here. Okay. There's a syllabus. Let's look at that. So there's a discussion syllabus with information. So you'll know how some of the discussions are held. There's a worksheet. Might not be as helpful. So that might be the best you can do in this type of situation. You might not be able to get any further and find more information. We still haven't been able to find the actual syllabus, which is actually quite disappointing. But that's okay. But we were able to find some other resources to learn more about the class. And that's not a big problem. Okay, so next step is, let's look at the next teacher that's available, Buscaglio. Now, let's try and find information on his course. So let's see, Bio, Lecture C, Buscaglio, and let's click on website. And what do you know? This person doesn't block their website, so they actually have a lot of information available. They have every single one of the lectures offered. As you can see, there's a syllabus also. So you know what the teacher is going to be covering. Great, that's really helpful. Also, there's information on midterms. They also have final exam answer key, final exam 2007. Show that to you real quick. So they actually have a post-up of the actual final exam on here. And that, I would say, is worth gold. So this class in particular still has their information available, and so it might be really useful and helpful for you, to take a look at this. So that's going to end this particular tutorial. So what we did was, we wanted to find more information about a course. So we went to Triple E, which was this website. We changed the year to a previous year. Now, if you can't find information, you might want to go back another year and see if that person has taught this class before. And then you can go to their websites, their discussion websites, find more information that might be useful to you. Well, if you have any questions, please email me, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial.